Baruch Hashem, thank you for joining me today. I woke up this morning, got a terrible rest last night, had nightmares, felt under oppression from the power of darkness after watching the presidential debate last night. My soul was so grieved, so sad, and I know that many of you felt just like I did. Let's take just a few minutes to review what happened last night in this presidential debate. Let's go ahead and roll that clip.
And by the way, I told you before, I'm happy to play golf with you if you carry your own bag. Think you can do it?
That's the biggest lie. That he's a 6 handicap of all.
I was an 8 handicap.
Yeah.
8.
Never.
But I had, you know how many?
I've seen you swing. I know you swing.
Let's
not act like children.
President Trump, we're going to
21
turn.
Let's not act like children.
The crimes that you are still charged with. And think of all the civil penalties you have. How many billions of dollars do you owe in civil penalties for molesting a woman in public, for doing a whole range of things, of having sex with a porn star on the night while your wife was pregnant? I mean, what are you talking about? You have the morals of an alley cat. We'd be able to wipe out his debt. We'd be able to help make sure that all those things we need to do, child care, elder care, making sure that we continue to strengthen our healthcare system, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the with the COVID. With dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
It's unbelievable. I know I'm speaking to all, basically the whole world agrees with me. The United States of America, the most powerful country on the planet, that these are the two persons that we're putting forward to be the president of the great United States. It is beyond crazy. It is just unbelievable lunacy. And I'm not just wanting to talk to you like the news commentators now. I'm wanting to offer hope, which I'm going to bring forth as we get a little bit deeper into this. But what we're facing right now, it's just absolute lunacy. It's almost beyond belief. It's surreal. Our president needs not only the ability to make sound and right decisions, but the president of any country also needs to have moral and personal integrity. We need someone with sound cognitive skills that can make right decisions, but that alone isn't enough. We also need somebody in the office of the President of the United States of America that has personal integrity. Let's take a look a little bit more at some of the statistics here. Some of the lying and exaggerating and lack of personal integrity that we saw last night.
By the way, the Border Patrol endorsed my position. In addition to that, we found ourselves in a situation where when he was president, he was separating babies from their mothers.
He caused the inflation, and it's killing black families and Hispanic families and just about everybody. It's killing people. They can't buy groceries anymore. They can't. You look at the cost of food where it's doubled and tripled and quadrupled. They can't live. They're not living anymore. He caused this inflation.
Wow, I don't know about you if you've done much research on the fact checks here, but there was so much lying and exaggerating going on. Total lack of integrity in both candidates. Total's probably too big of a word, but the lack of moral integrity, it's just unbelievable. And there's no reason to exaggerate and to lie. Biden said the Border Control endorsed his position. The Biden control endorsed his position? Immediately after the debate, the Border Patrol unit tweeted out they do not endorse Biden's position, nor ever will. I mean, where is this? Think about this. The two candidates that the American people have are just really, they're lunatics to just look into the camera and create lies. And what's so dangerous about this is if you repeat a lie often enough, people will start to believe it. And then Trump talking about groceries having quadrupled in price, doubled and quadrupled the price of groceries, he said. It's just, I mean, who goes to the grocery store that doesn't know that groceries have gone up 17.5% to 20% according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, but they haven't quadrupled. I mean, this is insane that the President of the United States, that's supposed to be a pillar of integrity for the soul of the nation, both of these guys are just total, they're broken, just mess. I mean, it's just, I don't have words for it. That's why I'm stumbling. To me, it's just so incredibly broken what's going on. I don't even have words. It's beyond insanity. The planet has lost its sense. And I remember even previously, I need to be honest with you, I voted for Trump last time around. I had some serious concerns about him, but I felt like he was the better of the candidates. But I was so grieved in my spirit and my soul seeing him talk the way that he did, making good decisions sometimes, but then getting on television and talking about it and exaggerating and going over and over this. And it just showed such a, to me, such a lack of integrity, such a lack of moral compass. And the reason it's so, and it's not just Trump, same thing is true for Biden. The Democrats and the Republicans equally so. And the thing that's so dangerous, my beloved friends, about having a man or woman in office that does not have integrity, that exaggerates, that lies, that manipulates, that deceives, the danger of this is that it corrupts and poisons the soul of Americans. A president is the head of the nation. As the leader goes, so goes the rest of the nation. So when we have somebody in office who does not have integrity, it corrupts the soul. It poisons the soul of all of us. It's not enough just to have a sound mind to make good decisions. You also need somebody to have integrity. And look what we have in front of us right now. Two men that aren't straight. One that exaggerates and exaggerates, another that can't talk straight. And this is the candidates of the greatest country in the world. What we're dealing with, it's just unbelievable. And then they started making accusations against each other about them sparking on the next world war because of their lack of a soundness of mind. And it's true. We are living in such dangerous, perilous times. Let's roll a quick video here showing the accusations that flew back and forth about the next world war, potentially.
He will drive us into World War III, and we're closer to World War III than anybody can imagine. We are very, very close to World War III, and he's driving us there.
You want a World War III, let him follow and win, and let Putin say, do what you want, NATO. Just do what you want. There's a thing called Article 5. An attack on one is an attack on all.
I mean, the lack of integrity, the lack of wisdom, all we really need in a president is someone that is smart, conscientious, and has common sense and integrity. And then that individual with those simple, basic, salt of the earth characteristics can gather around them advisors that are experts in the different fields that we need expertise in and guide the president. That's all we need. But instead we have these guys that show such a lack of wisdom. I remember when Trump launched his candidacy back in his first term, and he invited about 35 spiritual leaders to come to his office in Trump Tower and pray for him, to his boardroom. I came to the boardroom there. I was told, I got a call from one of my agents that Mr. Trump is looking for counselors from the spiritual community for wisdom. And I questioned that. I said, is this about wisdom? Is he really looking for wisdom? Or is it just a political ploy to gather our support? And I was told, no, he's looking for wisdom. So I was suspicious, but I went. And so I remember being in the boardroom. Trump walks into the boardroom. Again, about 35 faith leaders around us there, around in the room there with them. And right away, it started turning into a political speech. to garner the support of the religious leaders. And then his religious leader, that was his right-hand man, this guy that was his puppet, this spiritual leader, one of the greatest influential spiritual leaders in our country now, was his puppet. And Trump got done with the political speech, and this political puppet of his, this faith leader that was nothing more than a puppet, said to Mr. Trump, "What would you like us to do, Mr. Trump? What do you want us to do?" Like we were all there as his soldiers. And I said, wait a second. I'm here today in this boardroom. I flew to New York because I heard that you were looking for people to advise you. And I'm sharing with you, Mr. Trump, I love you. But if you don't use more wisdom, you're not going to be president. And I would pray for anybody that's running for the president of the United States. I prayed for many leaders. I've prayed for presidents from different parts of the world before. I'm happy to pray for a president, Democrat or Republican, because when there's the right leadership in place, the whole country prospers and has health to it. But friends, we are in deep, you fill in the blanks. We are in deep trouble. We are in deep trouble. The nation is insane. The government is out of control. The bureaucracy is out of control. And there's only one hope left for us all, and that is to look to the real King. I'm going to read now from Psalm number 145, a few short verses. Hear the word of God. The Lord is near to all who call upon Him, to all who call upon Him in truth. He will fulfill the desires of those who fear Him. He will also hear their cry and will save them. The Lord keeps all who love Him. And then in Psalm number 146, verse 3, do not trust in princes and in mortal man, in whom there is no salvation. You are on a sinking ship, my friend. America is going down the drain, and it's too late. And the only hope that you or I have is the Messiah. If you don't know Jesus, I'm encouraging you. I am challenging you. I am warning you today. If you are putting your hope in anything other than Him, you are on sinking sand. Yeshua warned us about two types of men. One of the men, he said, built his house on a rock. And when a storm came, that man stood. The other man built his house on sand. And when the storm came, that man and his house got washed away. America is sand. There's only one thing for you and I to do, and that's to look up and receive Yeshua, Jesus, the desire of the nations. I hope that you are woken up by what you saw last night on this presidential debate. I hope that you are woken up, America, to recognize what a sinking ship this country is. You think things are bad now? They're going to get worse. They're going to get way worse. It won't be long until there's total anarchy. And unless you're in relationship with the one eternal God, you are going to be destroyed. All you have to do is open up your heart and say, God, forgive me. I turn to you. Forgive me for not believing you. Forgive me for living my life for myself and not obeying you and looking to live for you. Save my children. Save me. And then take action steps to make your commitment grounded and sincere and anchored so that you'll enter into salvation. Go to church this weekend. Start reading the Scriptures. Open up your heart. Begin to, from your heart, just call upon the Lord. Just ask Him to come in and save you. God is real. God is here. He is alive. This is no myth. This is no fairy tale. You're here because there's a Creator, and He wants to be your friend. He wants to save you. Jesus said, come unto me, all ye that are weary and heavy laden, and you will find rest for your souls. Jesus is coming back soon. His return is near. America is about to go under, and your only hope And your only chance is to call upon the one that made America, the one that made you and made me. For the sake of your family, for the sake of your children, step out in faith and become a disciple of Messiah Jesus so that you can model for them the only safe haven they will have in this world. And you can leave a legacy for those that look to you as a source of influence.